Hello and welcome. I'm Oksana, and this is Midwest Crime Corner. Let's get into it. It's been a minute. Hi, YouTube. Hi, guys. I've not been on here since what, January, right? My style for the YouTube videos are going to change a little bit. They're not going to be as structured. I'm going to stop writing scripts. I don't have the time for it. I don't even really have the time to be making these videos. I have my own little press-on nail business. Mm. And I also have a photography business in addition to I'm a mother. I have two children. I homeschool. Like it's a lot. Uh, so trying to work in these YouTube videos is a little complicated at the moment, and I haven't really felt super inspired to do a video. Um, I don't know. The Emma Bomb video kind of took it out of me. There's been no updates in her case, and it really bothers me. I know she has to be dead, right? It bothers the hell out of me. Um, I was going to do a video recently for another Indiana case that was just absolutely appalling about a mother who's that I went to high school with. I don't know her personally, but she ran around in friend groups. I never hung out with her, but like she's a horrible person and she tried to sell her baby, I said baby, for sex so she could get money for diapers. She was doing this through Snapchat. So the FBI got involved. Yeah. This was around the time that Richard Allen got transferred out of state. I think he went to Wisconsin or something. So like I was going to cover that too. Just him being transferred. I don't really want to talk about the Delphi case. I think Richard Allen's the guy. I don't like I just think Abby and Libby should be allowed to rest, right? All the facts are out. I don't I don't like all the conspiracy theories that are out. No. I can't get behind it. Um, so yeah, my previous videos were very structured. I wrote scripts. I would do hours, sometimes weeks worth of research. The Dillinger video, I did a month's worth of research on it, even though my brother is his great nephew. But I once I got into the information, I kind of had to like dig deeper. Like I just had to. So that kind of happens sometimes on these cases. And it's a lot. So I don't know. I'm kind of going with the flow now with this channel. So this story really really got me going, and I had to make a video. I had to do it. Um, so this 40-something-year-old mother went missing October the 1st, and she was just found last night, I think, alive after hiding in a wooded area about 2.2 miles from her house after she set fire to her house. So that set off alarm bells, you know. I heard her go missing like a week ago, and it was reported that she had gone missing after what was, quote, a suspicious fire from what police reported. So I don't know, like we kind of all suspected foul play, and like it's just been going on for a week. So the longer it went on, it's kind of like, oh geez, like she's probably like, I don't know, like gone, not just hiding in the woods 2 miles down the road from her freaking house. I'm gonna read two news articles for you. From one is from, are they both from local? I think they're both local. No, one is NBC and one I think is Fox 8. I don't know if that's local or not. I'm sorry. Oh, that's Chicago. No. Is this Indiana? Mm, yeah. Yeah. Okay, sorry. I just want to double check before I tell you guys like the wrong thing. Sorry. So, Bainbridge, Indiana. This is pretty much an hour directly west of Indianapolis. Okay. It's like 53 minutes or something like that. Okay, I'm going to read this article. Bainbridge, Indiana. Authorities are investigating the disappearance of an Indiana mother who hasn't been seen since a suspicious house fire at her home nearly a week ago. According to the Putnam County Sheriff's Office, crews responded to a reported structure fire at a home in the 6200 block of East County Line Road in Bainbridge just after 7:30 p.m. on Wednesday, October the 1st. When they got there, first responders found smoke coming from the residence. While searching the home, officials didn't find anyone inside. The homeowner, 46-year-old Britney Gard, was not there. Gard was last seen the night before on September the 30th, as reported by People and other news outlets, like People magazine, not like People in general, just to clarify. Family members said that they started to worry when she didn't show up to her daughter's volleyball game. And that's another thing I want you to keep in mind, okay? She didn't show up to her daughter's volleyball game. Guard's sister said they found out she was missing after the fire and added that her purse and her vehicle were still at home. That's a bit odd, isn't it? Didn't say anything about her cell phone. Where's her phone at? The sheriff's office said all attempts to reach Gard were unsuccessful and the department named her a missing endangered person. So that indicates to me that the police department thought that she left on her own accord. The way that that's worded, right? I don't know how else to take that. On Friday, the sheriff's office said in an update that the house fire is being ruled as suspicious in nature and that they continued the search for the missing mother. Our detectives, along with other law enforcement agencies, continue to use technology-based investigative tools and programs to attempt to locate Britney Gard. So that, again, that just sounds like to me that she left on her own accord, right? It's worded odd. Let's read the NBC News outlet, what their article says. An Indiana mom is considered missing after a suspicious fire at her home broke out one day after she was last seen, officials said. Britney Gard, 46 of Bainbridge, was last seen September 30th in Putnam County. Let's keep scrolling. This is a bit redundant, right? Law enforcement officers responded to Gard's home on the evening of October the 1st after smoke was seen coming from the residence, the sheriff's office said in a statement on Thursday. Officials who entered the home did not find anyone, including Gard. Sheriff's officials said in a news release on Wednesday that the fire was extinguished and the damage was limited to one part of Gard's home. That's another thing. I want you to keep in mind. If a fire was started accidentally, it's likely it's not going to put itself out unless it's like a small fire, like in the wall or something. Like, usually when there's a fire, if it's set deliberately, that's the kind of thing that you see where it's like contained to one part of the house and then it kind of fizzles off. Yeah, it's really suspicious. It's really suspicious. Again, her sister said that her purse and her car were left at her home. Attempts to contact her have been unsuccessful. The family knew that something was wrong when Gard did not show up for her daughter's volleyball game on October the 1st. Her sister told WTHR, that's a local news outlet here in Indiana, describing her sister as her kid's biggest cheerleader. Like, again, this happened with her knowing that she had to go pick up her daughter from a volleyball game. Yeah, she was supposed to pick up her daughter from a volleyball game and wasn't there. And then there's a fire, and her car is at home, and her purse is at home, and she's nowhere to be found. And the house is on fire. It makes no sense. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense, sis. God. No, it doesn't make any sense. The sheriff's office said it was still investigating Guard's disappearance as of a statement released Friday. So this was last week. I'm uploading this on a Friday. So this is the Friday following. I'm uploading this on Friday, October the 10th. According to WTHR, Stephanie, this is the sister, and her sister's friends, along with others in the community, searched cornfields and wooded areas near her property on Monday. Did they only do it on Monday? A whole week went by. You only did it on Monday? Nuh-uh. That's awful. Well, if I go missing and you only search for me for one day and I'm actually dead, I'm going to haunt you, okay? I'm going to haunt you. That's terrible. I mean, maybe she couldn't take off work, but like just Monday? I can't with that. That's fire investigators tasked with collecting evidence from Guard's home concluded that the fire was, quote, suspicious in nature. The sheriff's office said, right? But the sheriff's office will not release any further information about the fire as the investigation to the circumstances surrounding it continues. Yeah. Well, I have news for you. I think the person that did it is the person who you found in the woods. Officials used a drone to search for Guard on the night of the fire, and the Putnam County Emergency Response Team continued to look for her the next day. The State Department Natural Resources was called to search for her in a pond that was nearby her property, but she could still not be found. Hmm. Her sister said, I feel like there's something bigger here than we don't know. And someone knows something. Yeah, honey, it's your sister. Your sister knows. Brittany, we love you, she said. We hope to see you safely return home, which, like, glad that she did, right? Because normally stories like this, they actually are unalived, right? Or they're just missing. According to her brother-in-law, Gard is, quote, a simple person who has been working at the local postal office for nearly 25 years. She was never married and is a single mother of two kids, a 13-year-old daughter and a 25-year-old son. That's kind of her purpose and her inspiration is her kids, he said. Oh, so this is interesting. The night of the fire, the daughter stayed with her father and she spoke to her mom around bedtime. And her mom told her that she would see her the next day at the volleyball game. That is, oh my God. Yeah, I guess her sisters came from out of town. They searched for her all over in cornfields and nearby in the woods, and they couldn't find her. And they said that there's not a lot out here, and you wouldn't just be wandering around and just bump into a house here. Like, it is a rural area, but it's not densely wooded, and we're in harvest season right now. It's also starting to get colder, significantly so this past week. We were in a frost advisory last night, and it was cold the night before, and we're in a frost advisory again tonight. And I find it very interesting that she showed up pretty much out of nowhere. So apparently, let me pull up my phone and I'll read what the Putnam County Sheriff's Department released earlier today. Pull up my Facebook. Very casual over here now, right? This is like peak casual YouTube true crime. Okay, I'm gonna read this. This is from the Putnam County Sheriff's Department of Indiana. They posted this to their Facebook on October the 9th. Press release for Britney Gard missing person update. On October the 8th, 2025, at 5:30 p.m., the Putnam County Central Dispatch received a 911 phone call from Britney Gard requesting assistance finding her way out of a wooded area in the Hall Woods Nature Preserve east of Bainbridge, Indiana, in Putnam County. Brittany was quickly found by the sheriff's department with assistance from Indiana conservation officers, Indiana State Police, Bainbridge Fire Department, and the 911 dispatcher. This location is approximately 2.5 miles from her residence. Miss Gard was immediately checked out by the Putnam County Emergency Services paramedics at the scene and then was transported to an area hospital for medical evaluation. The Putnam County Sheriff's Office is not currently looking for any individuals of interest in the missing persons investigation of Britney Gard. There is no current threat to the general public in this case. That's very interesting because one of Britney's sisters was strongly insinuating that someone knows something, that somebody must have taken her, started the fire, and then taken her, kidnapped her. But she was able to grab her phone while she was being kidnapped and dragged. Like, I don't, maybe she had it in her pot. It's odd. And I get it. You know, family is going to want to give the benefit of the doubt. They're not going to want to believe that she would have set fire to her home for whatever reason or reasons and deliberately vanished on her own. That's crazy because who would do that? But when you look at her My Case information, so that son is 25. Okay. So, okay, I thought that it could have been like a college thing. Maybe it could still be a college thing. That's interesting. But either way, she co-signed something for him, and it's like it's a little over $10,000, like with court fees and stuff that she owes, or they both owe together. But I mean, if he doesn't pay it in defaults, it goes to her. So her ass is on the line. And combined with two other cases that she has, in total, it's a little under 15 grand. A single mom that works for the post office for the past 25 years, you know, I want to have empathy for her in this situation. I definitely have understanding. I understand what kind of stress that would put you under. It'd be very stressful, it'd be very scary, but you can't go and set your house on fire and then disappear on purpose after telling your daughter you're gonna. Now, people in the comments on Facebook and the local news reports about this are very divided. People are either feeling very much how like I am, like it's very suspicious and she's very guilty and she should be held accountable in whatever way possible, right? And then there's other people who are like, "Oh, she must have had a mental break and oh my gosh, blah blah blah. We should pray for her." Okay, that's not going to accountability is a great thing. She's a 46-year-old grown ass woman, okay? Fully grown woman. Lied to her daughter's face. I, it bothers me. It bothers me. It really bothers me. I can't imagine doing that to my kid. Yeah, the Putnam County Sheriff's Department isn't releasing anything else at this time. Of course they aren't. Like, what the hell are they gonna say? They're still in the middle of investigating it, and we may never hear anything again. But what she did is arson. And I wonder, like, was it insurance fraud? Is she just trying to fake her death? It's just damn odd. She was out there for like 6 days, 6 or 7 days, had her phone on her, but didn't have it on. So it starts getting cold out, and I don't think she planned it through. She just didn't plan this out very well, did she? It'll be interesting to see if there's any updates in this, but everything I dug up, like I had to get it out here because it's ridiculous. It's a crazy case and nothing is really coming out unless like me and like other people online are digging for it because nothing's being reported. So hopefully, I guess you guys enjoyed that. I don't know. If there's any updates, then I will come back on here, I guess, and make an update video. I really, really hope we get an update for Emma Baum. Uh, that just makes me so sad. If you didn't watch the video about Emma Baum, I will link that, pop it up here on the screen at the end of the video or whatever, so you guys can watch it because she needs spotlight on her. Uh, the Gary Police Department, I don't think gives a damn about her because of, well, she does have a track record, so, and she was dating a drug dealer, so it doesn't paint a good picture, but that doesn't it does. Man, I don't think that devalues her. Like, give her a chance to grow and like change her brain and like just give her the opportunity to grow. Does that mean that she would grow? I don't know. That's up to her. But at least allow her the opportunity. It breaks my heart. It breaks my heart that they aren't caring about her. It very much reminds me of the girl I went to high school with that went missing. I also have a video about her on here, Larissa Sam. I wasn't friends with her, but she was in my friend groups and stuff and ran around in my some of my circles. It's just sad. It's really sad when the police decide to not give a damn. But there's a lot of cases like that in Indianapolis and in Gary. There is kind of a problem with young people going missing in Gary, and there's just no answers, nothing. Um, yeah, maybe I'll make a video on that at some point. I don't know. We'll see where the flow takes me, right? I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye.